On the first video, we were talking about releasing our abs and inhaling, and I mentioned that this isn't always how you are going to breathe in every season, but that I'm reinforcing a concept. And actually, this is a very natural concept. I agree with a lot of teachers who say that you really don't need to teach people to breathe, except that a lot of us are very tense. And we've learned some negative habits, among them, especially if you are weight conscious or overly self conscious about how your abdomen appears. Most of us have been taught to continually pull that in, which actually is good when you're standing around doing various things because it supports your lower back. This is not a bad thing. But in singing, if your abs are very strong and also very tense, it can inhibit your ribs from swinging as freely. So your lungs will be trying to get some good air, and everything is kind of tight because we're trying to look thin. So again, good posture and good abdominal support, great. When you go to inhale, you want to just check all of your systems to see if there's extra tension. So that's what the first breathing exercise is about. Really sort of allowing everything to relax on the inhale and then breathing out so that you have a little bit of extra resistance against that air that you've just taken in. Now, in that concept, we're going to add a little different exercise, which again will seem a little contrary to what we did in the first exercise. So there are several concepts going on, but I think you'll find how they actually can work together. So now place your hands on your waist, especially with your thumbs toward the back. I want you to be able to feel the lower back area so that when you take this good inhale and play around with these little exercises we're going to do, you can feel the action going on in your body so that, eventually you don't need to stand like this. But often when I'm rehearsing, when I'm practicing, I will, just to remind myself, if I get too stuck in my head, and stop doing the things that should be involuntary by now, that I remind myself to stay in my body, so to speak. Okay, so take a nice inhale with me. First, I'm going to blow out just because that helps me to relax on the inhale. Here's the inhale. And now I want you to do this. You can see my hands pulsing. Do that again. Let's do that 3 times in succession. Here, inhale. And again. Again. Now take a good inhale. And this time on F, 3 times in succession. And again. Without even me encouraging you to engage your muscles in your lower back, you can probably feel that action. It's one of those things that we just do naturally. Another thing that's great to reinforce these concepts that really should be overall natural is to watch a baby when they are in screaming mode. Please help the child as well. But if you happen to see other people helping the child, observe the child's breathing. And that would be that as the inhale is occurring, there's silence for a moment. And it's sort of the calm before the storm. And you can see their little bellies get totally round while they take this air in. And then comes the wail, right? And it's all from here. So this is another reinforcement that we knew how to do all of these things straight out of the womb. But with socialization, we realize it's not acceptable to just wail loudly in the middle of social interaction for no reason, or maybe for some very good reason. So over socialization constraints, we have learned to sort of add tension, speak with our inside voice. All of these things are good things uh, in your community. In singing, we sort of have to tap into some of those natural instincts. So it's not so much changing your voice into something it's not, but rather giving something back to it that you have perhaps forgotten. So I think that's good for this particular exercise.